Hello friends, in the previous videos we saw some of the property of the reduction formula where we calculated the definite integration of this from the limit 0 to pi by 2 and also the integration of this 0 to pi by 2, but we did them separately. What if we had a question like this where we had both the terms in multiplication? Then it gets a bit complicated because integrating both the terms separately, it was quite easy from the formula that we learned in the previous video, but solving this where we have a multiplication sign in between the two terms, it gets a pretty complicated. So here the gamma function property comes into the scene, where we have another property to solve questions like this from the limit 0 to pi by 2. Now the property actually says integration of 0 to pi by 2 sine to the power mx into cos to the power nx dx. So now to solve this, we actually have a formula for this too. So we have gamma function of m plus 1 by 2, gamma function of n plus 1 by 2 divided by twice the gamma function of m plus n plus 2 upon 2. So this is actually the formula to solve this complex questions in just few seconds. Now if you are not aware with the gamma function, I'm just gonna clear this gamma function also in this video. So let's first clear the gamma function. So gamma function is drawn like this. This is called gamma function. Now the new part about this function is that it is different to solve. That is, we have a procedure to solve this function, which is that if we have a n inside the gamma function, we can actually write it as n minus 1 gamma function of n minus 1. So this is actually easy because we can just simply take a n minus 1 term out of the gamma sign and then get a n minus 1 term inside the gamma sign as well. So now this step can keep on going like this, and this can keep on going until the gamma function becomes 1. So now it gets important for us to know what is the gamma 1's value. So we have a definite value for gamma 1, which is 1, and inside gamma, if we get 1 by 2 by any chance, because we are dealing with 1 by 2's in our formula, so if we get 1 by 2 in our gamma function, then we have a definite value for it, that is under root pi. So these are the two properties that I would recommend you to learn as well, with the property that we are learning at the top. So this is a gamma function which is very new to us. So these are the two properties that would help you to solve this formula. So now let me just use the sum of the gamma properties and solve some of the questions quickly for you, so that you become aware with this. So we have a gamma function of 5 that would actually be equal to, since we have learned this property, which is this is actually an important property as well. So this is also a property. Since by using this property, we can actually write n minus 1 out of the gamma sign. So 5 minus 1 is 4, and inside gamma we have 4. Now this would keep on going forever until we get a 1 out of it. So 4 into 3 into 2 into gamma of 1, which is 1 from this property. So we have 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, which is equal to 24. Now we are just gonna do another question. So gamma of 5 by 2. So we can actually just write it again using this formula. So 5 by 2, and if we subtract 5 by 2 minus 1, and inside the gamma function we have this term again. So 5 by 2 minus 1 is actually 3 by 2, and again we have a 3 by 2 in the gamma function, so we can actually just write it as 3 by 2 minus 1, gamma function of 3 by 2 minus 1. So we get 3 by 2 into 1 by 2, and gamma function of 1 by 2, which is known to us as under root pi. So we get a 3 root pi by 4 as the answer. Now solving another, we have gamma function of 7 by 2. So we can just directly write it as 5 by 2, and then subtracting 1 we get 3 by 2, and then again subtracting 1 we have a 1 by 2, and then 1 by 2 inside this. So now solving, we can just write it as 15 by 8 into pi by 2. So this is pretty easy, so we can actually just write it as 15 pi upon 16. So this is our final answer. Now in this video we have covered some of the gamma properties and some questions on it. In the next video we are gonna see how to solve a basic, the question which we started the first, which we were the first to solve. So this is our first question that we were most eager to solve, but we were actually needed to jump to the gamma function because we needed the gamma function to solve this. So we have actually learned the gamma function in this video, and in the next video we are going to solve some of these questions using the gamma property. So stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching.